Linane and Scratch on the top side of the map too, beginning to move, and there's Cloaksy and Tfue right in the heart of the zone, healthy as ever, looking to strike early in game number 1.
Like you said, this is almost at the point where the circle is going to start claiming quite a few players' time here at the crowd every time Tfue and Cloak show up. A lot of love for FaZe.
Again, to stress, for player integrity, skins have been randomized during all these matches. Oh no.
Aiden and Nick,
oh, no.
Nick on the verge of elimination. Aiden just barely holding on, 5 HP, trying to defend against Zexro.
They got 3 though. They did get 3, so Aiden and Nick Mercs officially on the board with a point.
Cloak and Tfue. Shots coming from multiple directions while they're editing holes, windows, and walls to try and take shots of their own. Looking for parties rotating away. 87 medium ammo. A handful of shotgun shots. Tfue gets sniped 39 meters from Nate Hill. The riff from Cloak just trying to make it away. And
he's just got to accept it's gone. That's how Tfue goes out. Nate Hill, fellow FaZe member with lightning quick reactions, hits the shot, and now Cloaksy's left by himself. But he had 2 Rift to goes. As he's down to 31 health, floating to the low ground. These stinks are so good in this last zone.
Might spell defeat there.
You've got Saint now playing the high ground. He's got to reload. Cloaksy's still in this too.
4 players left.
Oh, he's got this. He's got to have this. He's just playing the healer zone.
Kits.
You saw the smile as well. I think he knows he's got it. I think he knows he's got it. There's no way. Cloaksy's done all he can. Cloaksy's done all he can. That's it though.
Make some noise!
Paint with the heels.
Well played.
And just like that, they get it done. But you know what? Cloaksy's hyped by himself. The man goes all the way to top 2 with, I believe, he had like 5 limbs on his own.
A valiant effort, honestly, but Pate, yeah, I mean, we saw at the end there were 3 med kits, was sitting on a campfire, and there were multiple layers built between him and Cloak down at the bottom. It was basically unlosable at that point. Look at this. Look at this view. He's just enjoying the time.
The game 1 standings. Let's see who's on top. Where do we stack up in this ridiculous Fortnite lobby? Right at the top, it's Cloaksy and Tfue.
No surprise there. The gentleman from FaZe showing absolute dominance during Heat 1 and doing the same thing here.
Got 6 limbs on his own. Tfue dropped. Nolan and Crodot both will drop to the zone. Tfue trying to inch forward. The Storm still pushing. Now it's 17 health. He's got to go. Yeah, they're going to fall all the way down.
Cloak still sitting pretty with quite a bit of HP, a little bit of shield, just lost some right there.
Got a med kit right now.
Med kit, he's going to drop the slurp. Cloak can pick it up. The play here, looking to secure Cloak, is basically a tank in this situation, trying to top him off as much as he can, while Tfue uses the med kit.
Top 13. Tfue and Cloaksy still alive. Remember, coming into this, they were already first in points after game 1. There's 1 for Cloaksy. 11 players now left. How about another as more begin to drop on down? He's going to grapple up to the high ground, trying to chase these limbs. There's more players still above him. Great job with those roofs. 11 players left. Who will begin to earn placement points in this game? He's going to rain down grenades as he still has 2 more in his inventory. Not a lot of mats left. Base Soldier with a limb down unprovoked. 9 players now left. Base Soldier and Marksman are so weak. And with grenades floating on in, you've got to think the end could be near. Tfue eliminates Pain. You've got Snood on the high ground as well. He's got no walls! Tfue and Cloaksy with another. 6 players left. He still has 3 big shields. He can't use one yet. Cloaksy with another knock. Tfue's gonna drop to the Storm. It's all on Cloaksy yet again. Can he clutch up? He got second in game 1 by himself. 27 seconds remaining. You see everyone else is so weak, you've got to think this is Cloaksy's game to take. He's got the medal as well. 1 player floating down on him. He tries to react in time. The tag. He's got him weak. A lot of fall damage. No build. Oh no, Marksman clutches it out. No, second place. Dementos wins it with 12 HP. I thought Marksman had it. I thought he did. Cloaksy is the MVP so far today, man, with the plays he's making.
Right there at the end, though, Dementos securing 2nd place, and Pate knocked out first for that duo the game before. Excellent placement for these two so far. Marksman living on almost a prayer towards the end of that match.
As there, we've got our updated standings we can take a look at here momentarily as we hop on in. Byron, them right to you. No, okay, because of the Victory Royale.
There it is.
Dementos and Pate will now take that top spot, having that tiebreaker, even though they have, what, 6 less limbs than Cloaksy and Tfue.
Big and perfect tilt. I believe that looks like more aggressive gameplay because they've got to be going for this elimination just to secure that extra point. 45 are left, which means they're well outside.
Are they at 6 elims combined right now?
Yep. Any sort of placement point, they're not close enough right now, which means if they get the elimination, perfect tilt gets a knock on provoked in the feed there, gets the elim. That's number 7, which gives them 3 points from this game. But Tfue and Cloak are there too. They're going to have to look out.
He just wants whatever loot there is here. A great upgrade for both weapons right there. The heavy shotgun in hand, the epic assault rifle in hand. You've got a rocket launcher you can pick up if you'd want to as well. 2 slurps right now for Cloaksy. I mean, you'd expect him to drop one. No, Tfue's already got one ticking, and they have a rift to go. How?
Absolutely.
How do these guys always have all this?
I have no idea. I want to point out super quick, Perfect Tilt and Diggy are sitting on 7 eliminations, which means if you see in the feed even a knockdown from Perfect Tilt, every single elimination, if it gets finished, that means another point.
They're going to save the rift to go as well.
They're using another team's rift to go. The number of players in the air right now,
it's nuts. Oh my gosh.
Smack dab in the middle of the group here. This Storm smearing players off at the bottom. I expect the Storm to claim a number of players in just a moment here. And there it is. Look at the feed. Bumpa, DK, Vape Jesus, Left Eye, Windwalker, Wilds, J-Truth. Everybody going down here to the Storm. One of the roughest zones we've seen so far in the fall skirmish.
Tfue and Cloaksy still alive. Tfue still has a slurp to use. Hasn't had a chance to use it yet. And now he's down to the low ground. This could be the end of the game for Tfue. Cloaksy's still a lot more healthy. There you go, slurp now being popped. We'll slowly begin to tick that health back up.
At this point, every bit of healing could change the game for that duo.
The consistency of Tfue and Cloaksy,
it's impressive.
It's now 3 straight games in the top 10.
Still with an excellent kit, a ton of ammunition for everything. 10 rockets, 110 shotgun shells they'll never use, and there's one coming out, tries to get that, but it looks like Goshan actually picks that.
Goshan's down 5 elims himself, and look at 3 players in the high ground.
Flamed FPS all up top. Cloaksy, the shotgun on Goshan there. Picks up his 3rd elim. That's 6 total, like you said.
So
2 more. 1 more puts him at 7.
It's those 2 on the low ground, and the rest are all going to float down from above. They've got to move with this zone. And now they've got to, trade back with rockets of their own.
The zone's starting to close here. Jacket's going to come down to potentially heal off 2 teams above. 6 players remaining. Cloak and Tfue. Tfue with no shield, 75 HP. Cloak, 100. He's in an excellent spot. Everything's reloaded. They're building up. They're basically establishing every single square on the bottom.
They've got a campfire and a med kit. They're trying to play around a potential low ground.
Funk Bomb gets a med kit off there.
Funk Bomb's
pushing in.
Funk Bomb's just trying to heal. Flame's got everything.
Gets the knock.
But Flame's got everything you ever need too. Cloaksy's trying to shoot down this top side so they can't heal. Can they do it? There's just 3 players left. They're dropping him on down. Will they be able to out-survive this zone? They're floating. Tfue's now knocked. He can't use his heals. Cloaksy ticking on down. Just 20 health remaining. Gets 1. Who wound up winning it? Cloaksy's down on the low ground as well, I believe. They got it. They did.
1. Are you kidding me? The last second push out into the Storm may have changed that game from a 3rd or 2nd to a 1st place to Victor Royale. $50,000 for the gentleman from FaZe, Jack.
Cloaksy can do no wrong today. Cloaksy can do no wrong.
We got to look
Here
at this
it is
again.
From his perspective. Yeah, we cut away at an awkward time, but this hip fire right there, and Funk Bomb drops to the Storm alongside Flame. The way that they end that game, they get exactly 7 eliminations. They get the Victory Royale, puts them at +6 points there. And now, for me, it's no question. They absolutely have to be the #1 spot again. They took it back from Dementos there and Pate. But either way, great stuff so far today. Here's a look at our standings.
No surprise, Jack. 17 eliminations.
God.
A 6-point dominant lead from Cloaksy and Tfue, from FaZe, Dementos, and Pate in 2nd. We've got only a handful of teams thus far, 3 games deep, with double-digit eliminations, which I think outlines exactly how some of these players are playing. Strategic play is everything. Third partying happens quite a bit, but man. Yep. Unsurprisingly, Tfue and Cloak, look at these handsome gentlemen on your screen, 17 elims. Look at the damage dealt to players, 2,378. Only 2,000 damage received, tons of wood acquired. But did you see the gap there? The material used was 5,000 different.
My gosh.
They picked up 5,000 materials from either chests off the ground or, unsurprisingly, their opponents after they're eliminated.
Wild.
The utilization there is incredible too. 12,000 materials used is insane, but it shows why they do it. You've watched through these games, replacing the walls and structures they're in, the efficient path, by the way, through these buildings, knowing exactly where to go to pick up every chest they can.
Tfue and Cloak. The man's got a legendary silence assault rifle, a legendary double barrel, a bolt action, 10 minis, 3 med kits, and Tfue just drops to the big shield as well.
Well, you see the mark there?
Yep.
They know that the top of that hill is going to be basically the focal point for a lot of this. Whoever gets that spot is in the dominant position. I'm assuming that the reposition of the marker is basically because someone has to already be up there. Yep. So rotating maybe north, northwest ever so gently. That's going to be a better call if the circle moves. They don't have to move right now, though, and they're not gonna.
And by the way, what you just watched right there was Cloaksy build the next level layer of his 1x1 while being under that pyramid. A great little tactic you can use. The quick edits and peeks on these walls, looking to the third party in these fights.
Cloaksy out of this, and Tfue 12 HP. The Storm might claim this one.
He knows he's done.
And there it is. The tick out there. 8 damage every second is tough.
Snood and Crew still in this one. Funk Bomb waiting to medkit. He's just going to sit in this zone, eat it, and heal. Will it pop in time? Will it pop in time? Will it pop in time? Yes, it will.
20.
Oh my God!
Just barely hanging on. He's going to go for another one. This could be big for Funk Bomb. 8 players left in this circle that just closed. 7, you're going to watch them tick down. The feed is going to be the place to watch.
More players
Gets it
dropping.
off just barely.
He's got to go now, though. He's trying to keep on up. You see Bizzle with the med kit.
Funk Bomb alone. Bizzle gets one off. That might be it right there. Yeah, that's got to be it unless they see each other.
There's no way Funk Snood will do this. Bizzle should have this one in the bag. He's healing in the zone, and there it is. Bizzle gets it done. He's got the campfire. He's got the heals. 2 eliminations, but the Victory Royale gets it. We do have our standings updated for you all at home to see where exactly we stack up, and here it is again. Uh-oh, Nate Hill and Funk Bomb. Uh-oh.
No surprise here, 19 eliminations over the course of the last 4 games, only picking up 2 that last game, but 13 points. Still in the lead by 3 over Funk Bomb and Nate Hill. That's 3 members of FaZe in the top 2, which is insanity.
Cloaksy now at 5 limbs.
Cloaksy has been putting out a show already.
I'm telling you, he's the MVP. He is the MVP so far today, absolutely. Oh, and an awkward fight. Didn't land the trap. He's getting ripped up from everywhere, though. He's the target of multiple players at the moment. He's just going to reset with the glider.
Scoots out in the storm just barely, landing right next to this tree, kind of hiding himself in the structure. Blood and Raz both looking for a medkit. A shot through, and Raz goes down. Only a handful of players left alive here. 11. We've got rockets coming. Base Soldier secures an elimination on Dementos. Kayun gets knocked by a rocket.
And was that Geber who had all that healing?
It is indeed.
Because he just got eliminated.
He just got eliminated. Cloaksy's still alive. The shot, he shot up close. Are you kidding me? Base Soldier with a rocket. 5 players left. 6 elims there on Cloak as Sean's still alive from Ghost. Going for a play against...
2 versus
absolutely
1.
Annihilated on the way up.
Here's the end of the game. They're dropping 40 falls. He
Looking
falls
up.
down, and they don't know where the final player is.
He must be sitting out in the storm healing.
Oh,
there it is.
My gosh! Yeah! Ronan wins it!
Just barely staying alive, hugging the center of that circle. The team from Hero brings home a Victory Royale.
And that's the downside. There's that. It's a double-edged sword. If you stick in the zone and try to out-heal it, and the other player is moving with the moving zone,
there's just so much damage you take there if you can't stay ahead of it.
That's the difference.
Cloak and Tfue in retail must have rotated. At this point, I'm assuming they land down in the southeast corner, loot up like crazy, and then make moves towards, oh my gosh. They go for a Rift to get here. 25 eliminations. Look at the material, almost 20,000 materials used, Jack. I think that's more material than I've ever used in Fortnite.
Oh yeah,
this is cumulative stats over the course of, I believe, the entire fall, just the grand finals.
Yeah. And Zip and Ronaldo already at 5 elims this game. Vinny and Zextor just joined as well at 5 elims now. Well, that's a beautiful...
Multiple tags in that box.
It's a beautiful stink. Was that on to Tfue and Cloak?
I believe it was.
Yeah. He's nearby this next zone, too. Will not have to go too far.
Tfue and Cloak not missing a ton of HP at this point. Yeah, based on the position on the minimap, that had to be them that just got stink bombed.
He wants these materials so bad, and the items down there. There's a look at your scoreboard so far. Nate Hill and Funk Bomb at 3, so they'll get a point as well. Tfue and Cloaksy at 2 in total. Blind and Hysteria, who are doing very well in the first half of today. Haven't heard much of them since, but they're on the verge of potentially earning a point too.
You see in the bottom right, Tfue just took a little bit of damage. Another stink grenade coming out. Those stink bombs are so powerful in these competitive matches because so many players are in one or two or three box bases, and that's it. The layering up, 9 players left as the circle is almost closing. Cloak and Tfue are out.
Yep. Great performance from them today. We'll find out where they stack up when we reveal the winners and standings after this.
Zexro sitting at 2 eliminations. His teammate is 5. Vinny has 5, which means they're at 7. Every single elimination for Zexro at this point.
No,
Saint is on the point. Saint falls.
Nice knock. Zexro floating on down. He's just hoping people almost forget about him up here.
Jack, look at the number of players just exposed in the open fighting each other. He's going to dip in. DMO.
He's floating on down. DMO now out. Zexro in the fight. Can he get it?
There it is! 8 eliminations.
Big bonus and the victory royale.
Jack, that game was worth 7 points for that duo.
Oh, what I say, it doesn't matter what your day's been up to this point. One pop-off game can make the difference. 8 eliminations and the victory royale. Beautifully played at the end. He saw his moment of opportunity, and he strikes right here. Look at this. Lands right on him before they can even react. He's got him eliminated. Beautifully done by Zexro. Congratulations to that duo. They just skyrocketed. I just heard about, who winds up winning the big bonus as well. I know they'll see it on their screens momentarily. I'm not sure if they want me to spoil it or let them live react to it as well. There's a look at everybody. And boom, there it is.
Most elims.
Most eliminations of the weekend.
22.
They win $60,000 for that. Cloaksy had 22 elims. Definitely the battle star this weekend. The man,
absolutely.
MVP across the board. What an absolute beast. As we keep waiting, as Cloaksy, you can tell, nervous about, whoa.
Top 3.
They are alerted of top 3, so we'll have to wait and see exactly who stacks up. Oh, so we're going to live reveal.
That's Vinny and Zexro right there.
We're going to live reveal who won it. So Nate Hill and them get top 3. So
Cloak and Tfue.
Nate Hill and Funk Bomb.
And Vinny and Zexro are your top 3 teams.
So we will actually have them come to the front.
I've known him for so long.
Yeah.
Like 3 years, I think. Probably more.
2 or 3, 4 maybe.
Yeah.
4.
FaZe reached out to me and was like, hey, we're really interested. We want you to build a team. And Tfue was shining at that point, and I hit him up, and we tried a couple duo tournaments together, and we ended up winning like a bunch.
Yeah.
So we're just like, let's just keep the ball rolling and let's go. Probably just getting to end game and not taking unnecessary damage.
Yeah, the biggest challenge I think would probably be safe zones. We haven't figured those zones out yet. I don't know, they just pop up wherever they want, and sometimes they don't go near us, so I don't know. We end up having to rotate across the whole map. There was one moment where we were in a really bad position. Yeah. We probably would have died if it wasn't for a porta fort.
So do you want to bring us back
a little bit aggro, and with the current safe zone, it didn't really work, but we still secured second. I died off a little bit early, but he clutched up and took us second.
Yeah.
Jack, name a more iconic duo than Tfue and Cloak. I don't think you can.
It's tough. I mean, some come to mind right away. Tim. Fall damage,
Me and you.
You and I.
You and I.
It's a big step for us. But, you and Tyler had something special, but you know what?
You worked 6 weeks. And you come here, and in front of all your fans, you are the #1 duo. How are you guys feeling right now?
Dude, I don't have words. Shout out to all the fans. Shout out to my partner, Tfue. Good stuff, Turner. I'm proud of you.
Good stuff, Turner.
All right, Tfue, what about you?
Cloaksy with the hot carry, dude.
Yeah, the hot carry.
You guys proved to the world that you are #1. Did you think you'd be #1 coming into this? Were you guys that confident? What was going through your mind?
I mean, the first 3 games we were up by a lot, so we were pretty confident the whole way through. I mean, I didn't expect this. I knew we were going to do well, but this is crazy.
Cloaksy?
I knew we were gonna do well, but something clicked today that our synergy was way better than it normally was, and it was scary. But yeah.
Congratulations to both of you. Now, would you like to say anything to your fans, everyone joining us here, everyone joining us at home?
I love you, Mom.
Shout out to all the fans. Thank you guys for supporting me and Turner. I appreciate it. Shout out to all the guys from FaZe here. Much love, boys.
TwitchCon, one last time. Let's hear it for your #1 duo! With that, Courage and Lupo, make sure you make some noise for them as well. Courage and Lupo. We'll present you guys with some pickaxes. We've got the crew here. You guys pick your weapon of choice. What will it be? Which one? You guys make a choice. You've got a lot of options. There it is.
The Fortnite fall skirmish. Tfue and Cloaksy get it done. And man, I'll tell you what, from game 1 to the end, they were sat right on top of that leaderboard.
An absolutely dominant show from these two. Multiple games in a row, just destroying the field.
Yep.
Staying on top literally almost the entire time. We saw them in Heat 1 on the first day, all the way to today. And I mean, we even talked about it beforehand. There was kind of no doubt. We got to a certain point where it was just like, these guys are, they're a step above.
They most certainly are. I think it's time, Zeke, it's time for you to go back in your box, my friend. It's time to show the final standings as well. Here it is. Tfue and Cloaksy, 20.
All the way at the top.
8 limbs, 17 points.
A 5-point lead over second place.
Wow.
Fung Bomb and Nate Hill put on an excellent show as well.
Ghost gets 4th, 5th, and 6th with 3 of their duos.
And 8 and 9.
And
School and Saf in 12th.
What?
Half the field almost is Ghost players.
My goodness.
I mean, their recruitment must be just out of this world.
You see Hysteria and Blind place 8th right there, 21 limbs. They slayed out as well.
I just want to point out that Cloak alone had the same or more eliminations than every other duo in these grand finals,
That's
Jack.
actually wild. Cloak popped off today. Again there as well, 72 hours in Chap, and 15th Morgassi. And Saint Morgassi, obviously, who won the solo skirmish there in the summer. He finishes 16th here, still put up a great showing. Brilliant stuff
These two
again.
losing their mind.
The live reaction from when they found out that they won it all. Not only do they win the $400,000 for first, they won the $60,000 for most of the limbs. They won $50,000 for the Victory Royale earlier. What a performance, man. I'm just laughing. That is nuts, dude. That is absolutely nuts.
That duo is going home more than $500,000 richer between the two of them just from today, Jack. Are you kidding me?